Welcome back to XLR for some Season 3 Tier 1 action. Today we are going to Great Britain for the XLR Grand Prix. Sorry, got my words mixed up there. Anyway, let's get straight into the action. We're going to have a full quali, 19 drivers on the grid. It's going to be eventful and it's going to be good. I look forward to it. I've been hearing some stuff about there's a few to watch in this qualifying and race. Pyro, Voting Web, Liam Bewilder and D10 are all showing very good pace around this circuit. We'll have to see what they can do in this race. Anyway, as we load in, we'll have to see what happens as the drivers will put on their setups and get ready to go. Q1, 4 drivers will be eliminated. It's a very tough circuit to get done, especially through faggots and maggots. And I think I said that wrong, but oh well. And if you hit that sausage curb, you could go round. So you need to be very careful through there. It's a very, very good track for overtaking, and we should be in for a very, very thrilling race. Sorry, my words mixed up. As we load in, here we go, outside the paddock club with all the fans cheering on for their drivers. We are ready to go, and we'll have to see who does come out first. Who is it gonna be? Looks like D10 will be starting on the mediums. A few runners going to start on the mediums and get used to this track before going for a soft run. Even just getting out of Q1 without using a set of soft tyres. That would be very helpful for some of our drivers. So we do have Perkins exiting the pit lane, the first one out. So she will be the first one to set a lap in this session. The Alfa Romeo beaming down out of the pit lane, ready for action. She is on that medium compound, so it won't show real pace at the minute. I don't know what the weather's going to be like this race. I will find out for you guys. So now we do have Pyro coming out of the pit lane, and Giannuzzi, he has come out of the pit lane. We'll have to see what he can deliver. One of the reserve drivers for this race. Here he goes, using that DRS, but coming out on his outlap, just getting those tyres warmed up, ready. I have to see, go back to Perkins in a minute, but just keep an eye on Giannuzzi. So we do have Perkins about to, elevate, or coming through to the final sector, start her lap. See what she can do on those medium compound tyres. Oh, Giannuzzi's out! I don't know what he's done there, but he's out of the session and out of qualifying. And it's such a shame for Giannuzzi. Right, so if we go back on board with Perkins, we'll try and get Giannuzzi in to see what happened in a minute. But we're just going to go through with Perkins to start her lap. Here we go. Going to come through into that first corner. I have to take it very nicely, and she does just that, using that curb and the area of the track to her advantage, taking that racing line the best she can. Very good exit from there from Perkins. She comes through to one of the straights. Sorry, I don't know the names of them. And it's sector 1. It's a 27.9 flat. It's looking alright for Perkins, obviously on that medium compound, so I'll have to see what she can deliver in Sector 2. If we go back to someone else on a lap, here we have D10 starting his lap. One to watch in this race. He's looking very, very solid. And he looks like he's a contender for pole position maybe. And obviously you've got the fast ones like, oh, Kyle's in. Lovely. So we do have Kyle on that. There we go. Came P2 in yesterday's Tier 2 race. So we'll have to see what he can do in Tier 1 today. It's going to be interesting. So it's a 27.6. It's purple for D10. And Perkins is going to come through into sector 3. 104 flat for sector 2. Going to come through into the final few corners. What can she do? It's going to be a... Wait until she crosses the line. It's a 127.8. That's a very good lap from Perkins. We have D10 across the line. Or is it someone else in front? It is going to be Pyro. And it's looking very good for Pyro. Very good lap. Solid start. And now we have Voting Web to cross the line. Oh, it's not good enough from Voting Web. D10, contender from the pole position probably in Q3. But we'll have to see what he can do. Make no mistakes. Here he goes through the final corner. It's going to be 126.8. That is a very, very good lap from D10. So Webb a bit off the pace here. Let's see what he can do. Here we have Kyle coming through into the final few corners. What can he do? What can he deliver after his amazing performance in Tier 2 yesterday? Here he comes to the line and he goes third fastest. Very nicely done by Kyle on that soft compound. Who's next to come across the line? I think it's going to be Rocky. It's not looking the best lap from Rocky. He's going to have to get out again and try and improve, but we'll have to see what he can deliver. It's a decent lap in the end from Rocky. Only 2 tenths off Kyle on the soft runners. But D10 on top on those mediums, he's doing a spectacular job. I think he's going round again. We'll have to see what we'll have to keep up on him. But here comes El Plan for sector 1. Oh, it looks like he's had a mistake. Oh no. 27.7. It's fastest through sector 1 from El Plan. One to watch he is. He's had a very solid start to this season. Obviously won a race in pre-season. So I have to see what he can do. Can he win a race in this season? He's a contender for many races. We'll have to see what he can do. He's going to come through into sector 2. He's going to take that curve lovely. Come through to the end of sector 2. I think that's D10 ahead of him. And it goes purple again. 103.1. Good job. What's D10 doing? Okay, he's on a bunker. Here comes El Plan through the final few corners of sector 3. I have to see what he can deliver. Can he deliver a very good lap? Will it put him first in the standings? I have to see. He comes to the line. It's a 126.666. All the sixes. Good job from El Plan. Yeah. Andy. He's always one to watch, Andy. I forgot to mention him. And number 13 with his helmet. Glaring down in that very red, menacing car. He's a very fast driver. We'll have to see what he can do on this race. Anyway, let me try and get Giannuzzi and we'll find out what happened on him. I have no idea. Sneaky lagger must have had a mistake in his lap because that's a 139.9 and that's nowhere near from where he should be. D10 back on a lap. He's 1/10 up. He's shown very good pace, this guy. He's going to come through. Oh my, this is looking brilliant from D10. On that medium compound, he is really showing his pace. Here he comes for the final sector, taking that curve lovely, using it to his advantage. The final few corners, what can he deliver? It's looking like it's going to go fastest, and he does. What a lap from D10. Brilliant stuff. Voting Web meanwhile has put in a 127 flat, but I think he is on his lap now. I have to see what he can do. Can he deliver and take that? Oh, I didn't see that. Andy goes quicker. 125.9. A good job from Andy. A very good contender for this pole position. Anyway, Voting Web is 1/10 up. Going through into sector 2 down the Hamilton straight. So I'll just get Giannuzzi in real quick. So Giannuzzi will be joining us. So we're just right on board with Voting Web for the rest of this lap. I have to see what he can do. goes through that middle sector. It's not looking too good from voting web. It's not quick enough to complete the V10. I have to see, can he get it together in this sector 3? Welcome to your incident. Okay, yeah. Sorry, my bad. Options. There you go.
Yeah, just upgrade it. Yeah, just immediately. I couldn't do much, but I'll go again in the race.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for.
Right, I need to play catch up, Daisy, so tell me what's going on.
So it's looking like Andy's showing very good pace, but D10 on those mediums. Oh my, he's rapid. These comparing to
yeah, it's just with him.
Oh no, it's an end
yeah, it's just Jack Imax done a good lap as well. 126.6, 2 tenths behind. Very good for the Aston Martins.
Very good for the Aston Martins. They're showing good pace in a minute. D10 especially.
Of course, yeah, I was just with both of them actually on practice, and they were showing very strong laps on the medium tyres, which could be a very strong tyre to use in this race. Soft tyres also a good shout as well to start off with.
Yeah. So we do have Perkins on a lap, 4 attempts up on previous time in sector 1, obviously on that soft compound. I have to see what she can do in sector 2. We'll have a look at who else is on the lap. Shackleton is on the lap. Last week's winner around Monaco, was it?
Yeah, Monaco. Yeah, Monaco done a purple middle.
That's a very good. It's looking good for Shackles. Obviously, a very good contender for every race to get a win or pole position. I have to see what he can do. He won by quite a margin last week, didn't he, Gianuzzi?
Oh, very. He was very solid. No mistakes really at all. A very well-deserved win for Shackles, and you could just see he's just gone fastest as well. Yeah, very nice for the Ferraris and the Aston Martins really, who are looking like they're going to be safe going into Q2.
Yeah, it looks like they will be. So we do have Zakis Beast on a lap now currently. Just see what he can do through sector 2. And I've got to ask you, what is the name called for that? Because I think I got it wrong.
Corner?
The end of sector 2, like the maggots or something.
Maggots and Beckett's.
That's the one. I got it wrong, completely wrong. Zakis Beast is coming through to the line. To see what he can do on that soft compound. It's not looking like the best lap, but he goes P6 ahead of voting Webb. It's not looking bad.
Yeah, it's a reasonable lap from Zakis Beast really. You know, that's probably where he's aiming for, is a P6, be the best of the rest for a nice race, because you've got very, very strong contenders like Liam, Shako Sandy, D10 and Jack Imac really, who are all in contention for a win.
Indeed. So we have a few people still on laps. No, Liam Bewilder pulls himself into the pit lane. Perkins looks like is coming out of the pit lane, is that? I'm not sure. Oh no, she's not.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
I'm not sure what she's doing. I mean, obviously she's on that soft, so I think she invalidated the first lap, so she might be banging.
Looks like it. I don't think she did. Did Perkins I think Perkins did improve actually, because Kyle was ahead at the time. I do remember.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle is on a lap for Maggots and Beckett's. Very tough section of the track, isn't it?
Of course, sector 2 is your make or break, I would say. As you can just see Davis as well. Davis just on a hot lap, but just could not improve. A second down through sector 2, and it's a lot of time to waste as Davis enters the pits now to try and get one more lap in, as Kyle is just coming to the finish line see where he can improve. He does go up P11, but a reasonable lap time for Kyle, but there's a lot of drivers still to get the laps in. Drac, Goblin, Martinez, and I should believe Snato has got a quali ban.
He does indeed. So we do have Pyro going through Sector 1, obviously his first run on that soft compound. His helmet looks very nice, I would say.
I'm just trying to get a good look at it. I can't quite see. I can't quite with a reasonable excuse, of course. But Pyro, yeah, looking nice for his race. It's not about the helmet though. It's about the quality he can put in for this qualifying and the race. And he's got the hurry up.
100%. He's going to come through Maggots and Beckett. Obviously, what I've said already, a very tough part of the track. And it's 4 attempts up on his previous lap time. He's going to get into the 126s, but is that good enough for Pyro? Can he do more?
It's looking like a late 26s, isn't it? It's looking like a late 26s to get through to Q2, really, because the top 10 are all in the 26s, and then Kyle's just the back marker with the 27-1. But yeah, you can see, yeah, as Pyro's done 26-4, very good lap just in between the Aston Martins, and should be safe to Q2.
Oh, here we have Voting Webb. Fastest in that middle sector. Obviously, always a contender to pole position and a race win. So we'll have to see where he can come through into this final few corners. What can he pull out? One good lap here and he should be safe. He's just making sure. Here he comes to the line. And he goes third fastest. He should be safe.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good lap from Voting. Goblin and Williams did a 27-1, who is just 3 thousandths of a second behind Kyle, and I don't think he's going to get another lap in really, because it's just under 3 minutes to go, and if he did get back to the pits, would not have enough time to get back out.
Yeah, so we do have Martinez on a lap. Is he on a lap? Yeah, he is. And he's gone. Yeah,
recently promoted.
Yeah, he has. He did a very good job, and he's a very fast driver, so I have to see what he can do. He's only a 10th off Voting Webb in that middle sector. This is looking like he could go in between the two Mercs and, well, make a Merc sandwich with D10 and him in the middle.
There's a potential, of course,
there we go, he does do it. We've got a D10, we've got a Merc sandwich.
How interesting. So, 2 left to complete laps. Petflat and Drac. Just bear in mind, Snato has got a ban, so he will not be able to get a lap time in. But Petflat in the drop zone, as well as Drac, who really need to get out now to try and get into Q2.
Yeah. So, Petflat and Davis on an out lap. Kyle as well. He's currently safe, but will he be after some of the other drivers to complete laps?
Sorry, Jay-Z?
I said, will he be when our drivers finish laps? Talking about Kyle.
It'll be difficult to say, really, won't it?
Yeah.
Because he's got a good gap, in all fairness. He has got a good gap, because how many are going out? So you're going to get, well, I'm out. Shock. But you got 4 other drivers, but including Snato, you've got 3. And there are 3 that are behind Kyle, which is giving him a little bit of hope, but we'll see what his lap times are for the final final few seconds of Q1.
Well, we do have a Petflat on the lap. We'll have to see what he can do in that sector 1. It's a 27.5. That's not the worst time through there, and if he keeps up with this lap, he could be safe. Goblin also on a lap. It looks like it. He's going to go through Maggots and Beckett. Here.
He was only a 10th shy.
Yeah, he is. What's he going to do? And he's improved by 3 attempts. This is looking good for Goblin. Obviously, never should be down there. He's got way more pace than that. We do have Jack Imac. Is he on a lap? Jack Imac was on a lap? Is he complete? Oh no, he is on a lap now. So qualifying is over. We've just got to get some of our drivers to the finish line now. Kyle improving by 3 attempts. We have
it might not be enough though.
12. Good job.
It might not be enough though, because Petflat is on a roll, and Kyle might be eliminated from Q1.
Could be. Oh, very good lap from Kyle's
and
invalidated.
Kyle's
Kyle is
Ah,
out.
what a shame.
Unfortunate for Kyle. He will be joining. He will be joining the cars of Davis, Snato, and Drac. All out in Q1. And Rocky's just invalidated as well, so that will be the final running order by the looks of it, unless Liam Bewilder's on that. No, he is not. Emma is not improving, so that will be the end of quali and the final order.
Yeah, so one for Drac, really.
Yeah.
Weird one for Drac, because I thought you would have gone for it. But decided to save soft tyres. Snato had a quali ban anyway.
Did Drac have a quali ban?
Drac, I don't know. I didn't think he did.
Have a quick look.
It was only Snato. It was only Snato.
Yeah.
But what can you say?
So we have
if he doesn't want to waste his tyres, yeah.
Kyle, Davis, Snato, Drac, and Mr. Newton all out in Q1.
Oh, another Q1 elimination for me. Can't believe it. I know, right?
Heading on to Q2 now. It gives us an idea of what the drivers will be looking at for final lap times. And obviously only five will be eliminated, only 10 with a shootout. It's looking quite tight between some of the drivers from 10th to 15th. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens in Q2.
Yeah, the top four only separated by a tenth and a half as well, which is looking very promising for whoever wants to win this race tonight. It's all up for grabs, really.
It's going to be a very interesting race. So here we go. I mean, it is very tight in certain areas of this quali session, wasn't it?
Of course, different
margins.
You know, different strategies, different setups. It's all going to play into effect. It just depends on who can have this setup in the correct format, I would say. It's going to be a very, very difficult one for the drivers to acknowledge as well and see where the strengths and where the weaknesses are in this circuit.
Yeah. So here we go into Q2. Let's get the detail on. Perkins is on the hard tyre apparently.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I was going to say. I'm really confused.
So by the looks of it, Perkins has decided to go for a hard compound for this race. Hasn't gone for the balance, so Perkins thinking wisely for this race. But whether it's a glitch or not, we'll find out until the Alfa Romeo comes out. And we'll just see. Well, the Alfa Romeo is coming out, and it is a hard tyre. Yeah, it is hard tyres.
Well, I've never seen this before.
Well, and she's, I think, just nearly had a spin there. But I'm really curious to see how this is going to work out. Really, the non-riskiest out of the three compounds. I'm deciding to go for a hard tyre. I believe Bowden Webb is just behind. Or is that
So Pyro will be the first one to start his lap. Obviously he's always a good contender for a podium. Maybe even later or something.
I spoke to him earlier today and he wasn't feeling confident at all a few hours ago.
Yeah.
With his setup, but I think he's mended it and I think he's a lot better than he was, but we'll see how confident he is now going into the next few qualies and see where his lap times can be.
You'll have to see. So here he goes, starting his lap. We'll have to see what he can do. I'll go on board with him. We'll start in sector 1. He's taking that curve to his advantage and using the track really nicely, just following that racing line. Bit of a touch of the curve there, but it didn't matter too much. Didn't get as close to that corner as he would have liked to. Comes through into the finish. Sector 1, it's a 27.6 in that first sector. So we do have Perkins also on the lap, so we'll have to see what she can do during that first sector. That's a decent first sector on those hards. Very decent. Now boating wed to the end of sector 1. It was a 27.6 and it's perfect in boating wed. Here we have Pyro now coming up to Nuggets and Beckett. He's using the active advantage. Very nicely. It looked like he almost had a bit of a snap there. And here he comes to the end of sector 2. 103.4. That is very good from Pyro.
Yeah, you've got to be so careful with those sausage curves. They can be deadly across the circuit, sector 1 and sector 3. Really affects your lap times here.
Welcome to the 104.5 and that hard fire. Not bad at all. Racing as well, I think it's really good. But Pyro, 126.9. It's not the best lap from Pyro. He's going to be looking to improve. Now we go down to
Let's have a crash! We had a crash! Sector 2.
Oh! Did not see that, but anyway, Voting Web comes to the line. Oh, another. Not sure what's happening. L-Plan does go quicker, so what's happened with D10 and Jack Imac, dear Newton? What happened? Oh, Liam. Not bad at all. His lap with a 5-point grid penalty. Who is his name? Oh, Shakos, a very good lap. 126 flat. It's looking promising for Shakos. Januzzi, is he here? Januzzi? I'm not sure what's happening to Januzzi, but we'll just carry on anyway. So we do have Voting Web on another lap. 104.7, obviously on those views. I know he's invalidated. This is not going well. The Voting Web. Shakos into the grass. I'm not sure what happened there. Pyro hit Pyro and he will try to get back out as soon as possible. So here we have 10 is invalidated as well. Petter flat on his lap. Sector 2, very decent. Comes to the line and he puts himself P6. Not bad from Petter flat. Now we have Jack on at 102.9. That is fastest in sector 2. You've got to remember, he does have that 5 plates grid penalty now. Who his name? He's going to come through to the line and he's going to put his car second. 26.399. It's Shakos is looking very much in control. It's the fastest sector 3 from Jack Imac, but it's just not enough.
Sorry, I had to go because I couldn't believe what happened. I thought it was going to be a disaster for Aston Martin.
So what's happened? Sorry?
Alfie was getting a tow from Jack Imac because Jack was on an outlap.
Yep.
And there's a bit of confusion where Jack was going to get off the racing line. So Alfie tried to, D10, tried to get out of the way, but it was too late because they both went right and D10 just had a crash.
Oh dear, that's not good. Have a look who has got it. Yeah, it's Jack Imac with the grid penalty. That is not good for Aston Martin, especially when they're showing good pace. This is not looking good for them, but we do have Zach's Beast on the lap. Coming through to sector 2 and Maggots and Beckett. Have to see what he can deliver. He's through to Q3. Can he get himself into Q3? It's going to be tough. The Alpine driver getting a bit of a tow from his teammate. And that should help him, give him a few thousandths of tenths in this lap. And we come through to the end of sector 3. Final few corners. What's it going to be like for Zacker's Beast? Coming through to the final corner now. He crosses the line and it is a P4. Very solid and a respectable lap from Zacker's Beast.
Yeah, the one I called Mr. Consistency last season, he's shown it again this season and improving quite a bit. He's slowly creeping up to the top, isn't he?
He is. He is proven every race he can by the looks of it. But we do have Martinez on a lap now. First Q2 appearance in Tier 1, is it? Or is this his first race in Tier 1? I forget.
Yeah, first one.
Yeah, so the new Alpine driver getting a tow from his teammate in return for what he did for Zacker's Beast. Anyway, here he comes down. He had purple sector 1. I don't know how accurate that is. Probably not very. He's going to come through to Maggots and Beckett. Obviously the tightest and trickiest part of the track. Not much overtaking will be taking place in this area. But always getting the best exit for the straight. And he's done quite well in sector 2. Very good job from Martinez. Have to come and see what he can do in this final few moments of this lap. Just trying the best not to validate. Oh, he's did. What?
Yeah, it was weird because he was only 2 times shy of Shakov's first sector, and I think he was about on par with Pyro, I believe, at the time.
Yeah.
But because I think he went wide then at Stowe, and I think he probably didn't want to be caught with a lap, so he's decided to go in the pits and back off a lap.
Yeah, so we do have El Plan. He got purple in sector 2. It's looking good for El Plan. Obviously, always a contender for a podium position. He's won a race in pre-season, like I said earlier, but he's shown very good pace in this new game. In that Williams car, he's going to come to the line, and it's a 125.9, a very good lap from El Plan. Good job.
Yeah, surprise contender, really.
Oh, voting Web. I did not see that at all, but good job from Voting Web. So do we have any others? We have D10 starting his lap now. I have to see what he can do. Coming through in sector 1. First few corners, trying to take that really nicely.
He's got the pace for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely got the pace.
He's going to come through to the end of sector 1.
Toe as well.
Very nice. It's only 18 thousandths the difference. Obviously got a toe in that.
He'll probably improve sector 2, sector 3, because that's where it occurred.
Yeah. We'll just see 20 seconds improvement in a minute.
Probably, yeah, it's going to be, 30 seconds, roughly that-ish, 25.
Oh, he's gone wide and he's invalidated!
Wide and he's invalidated then.
Oh, this is not good for
Yeah,
D10.
so 4 minutes to go, and, well, it's, what does he do? Does he pit, or does he try again? And I think the best thing for me would be just box, get a new set on, and go again.
Yeah, 100%. So we do have Pyro now on his lap, 7 tenths up into the final few corners. It's gonna look like he can put his car in a very respectable position, probably above Jack Imac, and he does just that. Only goes ahead of Shakos. 125.9 is a very, very solid lap from Pyro. So
D10 gonna try again.
He's gonna go for it. Let's see what he can do. Can start his lap. Here he goes. Oh! camera I'm on, not a very good one, I must say. Let me just check on this camera's awful. In sector 1, there you go, that's a better camera. It's yellow helmet, 27.4,
Yeah,
he's down.
Hasn't improved.
I'm not exactly
improved at all.
surprised. Yeah, maybe your tactic was correct, dear Lucy.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it really. It doesn't really like it's helped him at all. But
Yeah,
it's just, can he get something P7, P8, P9 at least, just to try and scrape into Q3?
Yeah, it's going to be margins for D10. So it's going to come through to the end of sector 2. That is a very good.
It's not improving again.
It's not improving.
Yeah, he hasn't improved. Yeah. Oh, he's about 1,000, 100 down, sorry. But this is where we're going to find out, where can he find that last sector? Where can he find the time?
Here he goes to the line. That's a very good lap.
Very good lap D10. What a good, yeah, really good lap there. Really, really good.
No, it's very good from D10. So we do have Jack Ryan working a lap, 7 tenths up. That is very good. Middle sector.
That's pole position worthy, that.
That is very good. It's going to be low 125s by the looks of it. So here he comes into the final few corners. What can he deliver? Final corner. Jack Ryan to the line.
Done it.
What a lap! What a lap from Jack Imac. Pulled that one out of the bag. We have Liam Bewilder on the lap. 4 tenths up on his previous lap time.
Yeah, it wouldn't be enough for pole position.
It won't be. He's had a bit of a rocky start to this season, hasn't he?
Of course, but he has said that he's trying no line at the start of the season, and I must praise him for something like that is so difficult. He's playing car P2 with no line as well, and I must say, for Liam, he is looking like a future esports star here. If he can just keep it up, we'd love to see him in the big leagues, hopefully soon.
Very good. Liam Bewilder is a very fast driver. So is Jack Hymack. Voting Webb as well up there. Oh, Martinez! Very good lap from Martinez. Really in contention.
Yeah, he's in there.
So Goblin is going to start his final lap. We have Andy, who is going to be out of Q2. Very surprising.
Oh yeah, he didn't set a lap.
Very unfortunate.
I wonder what was happening there. There must be something. There must be something wrong. Because if Andy didn't set a lap, there's something. I'll just check if Andy is okay. Oh, so he was having problems with his PC. Yeah, he had. His PC wasn't detecting his wheel, so he couldn't connect it. So he's trying to get back the connection. But yeah, that's really unfortunate for Andy, who was looking very strong in the Q1.
Yeah, very unfortunate. But Sneaky Lagger going to come to the line. Can he lift himself out? You have Goblin on the lap. He needs to secure his place into Q3. Sneaky Lagger is out of Q2. A very fast driver, and it's not what you expect. So Pet Flag, Goblin, and Shakos all are safe. And Shakos goes fastest. What a lap from Shakos. Here we have Goblin going to come through in sector 3. Oh no, he has abandoned his lap. Never mind.
Pet Flag's gone in the pits, safe as well.
That will do it for Q2. It's a very interesting order. I mean, Pyro through to Q2. Jack Imac with a 5-place grid penalty from that. That is going to affect him during that start of the race. I have to see what happens in Q3. I'm just going to go quickly to the toilet and I'll be back.
No problem. As I said, I think good effort from D10 there, just to scrape into Q3, managed to get a P8 there. Lovely effort from him. Pretty unfortunate for Sakis Beast, who was looking very well, but in P11, but I don't think he should be disheartened with that performance. Got a very good amount of good quality drivers in the top 10 for Q3. Andy, unfortunately, who has lost his connection to the wheel with the PC, so unfortunately for him, he'll be starting P15. But yeah, Shakov's is looking promising, really. Another favourite for him to take the win for British Grand Prix. Jack Imack, though, put in a sensational lap at the end. Liam Boulder in P3, should I say. Martinez, another Dutch in P4. Voter Webb probably want to be a little bit higher for Q3. Will be in P5 going into Q3. But the people eliminated: Andy, Perkins, Rocky, Sneaky Liger, and Zakis Beast. As we go into the final shootout, Q3 of 12 minutes, and this is important for the drivers to get their lap times in and not invalidate.
I'm back and we're ready for Q3. Are you here, Januzzi?
Yeah, so here, I was just going through the order, just going through what happened, and well, here we are then. Just going to get pole position.
Yeah, so we have the two Mercedes coming out of the pit lane first.
Probably want to get their lap times out of the way.
Again, it's always better to get out straight away, get a lap time in, just in case.
Yeah, of course. It's important that you do this and not leave it too late. Don't get stuck in traffic, and just make sure you're got a clean lap. Don't go too wide. Just don't invalidate. That is the main thing.
He's looking quite good recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, Pyro, he's one of those guys who has got the potential to win races, for sure. I think the quality is there. It's just whether Pyro's committed enough to improve his skill. I think he has got a good chance of winning, and I did say this last season. He has got such good potential, but it's to him really if he wants to be fighting for championships and like fighting for wins.
He's a very fast driver.
Yeah, because so far he's P8, 27 points. Fuzzle ahead with 5 points ahead, and then Tech Sport is 10 ahead of him. His teammate Voten, obviously, as we know, fast driver, 59 points. You know, that is quite expected in all fairness. But with the constructors, they are there. They have got a chance for winning the constructors. They're only, like, I think that's, I want to say 18 points behind Aston Martin. So they do have a good chance.
Yeah, they do. So here goes Pyro to start off his lap. He's going to take that nicely, just using the... Oh, I can't talk.
Are you
using
joking?
the tractor's advantage, yeah. I have one of those moments.
Sorry, I was just seeing Drac has just... Drac has got no electricity.
Oh, that's such a shame.
He's disconnected from the session.
Yeah, it's a big shame for Drac. But we'll try and get him in straight away if he is available to get in. We do have a voting web. It's not great through sector 1. Pyro 2 seconds up. I don't know what's happened to voting web or whether he'll abandon his lap.
Yeah, he's put his recharge on from you can see from the rear of the Mercedes. He's gonna back out of that lap and go again maybe next lap.
So in that middle sector. I don't know whether he's on used tyres or not. He very well could be. But he's going to come through into sector 3, into the final few corners. Voting Webb obviously abandoning his lap, obviously due to a fault or something. He's going to come through to the line. Final corner for Pyro to the line, and it's a decent lap from Pyro.
Good lap.
More time in it. It's very good. He's on lap as well. He's a contender for pole here, and he's going to come through. Maggots and Beckett. There you go. Got it right finally.
That's it.
Yeah, got it right.
Great.
So it's not looking the best lap for D10 at the moment. I don't know whether he's on used tyres or not, obviously.
Yeah, that's a real shame. Yeah, not far away from Pyro. Not far away.
Yeah. So
yeah, this is a real shame.
Again, 2 seconds up and purple.
Oh, Jack what a lap! Oh, by a second! Oh my god!
Oh, 1 second advantage.
Holy moly!
Jesus.
Shackle, where's Shackle? Oh, Shackle's starting the lap. Will be starting a lap. Gobbler looking good, I think.
Yeah. Christ! Came out of nowhere.
Oh, he flips DB2. What the heck?
Oh my god!
You might be right actually. Pyro and D10
102.
might be on used tyres.
Yeah, he could have been. 102.4 for Voting Webb through middle sector. It's not going to be enough for that pole position, obviously, but he could always be on those used tyres. You never know. Shackle's a very good contender for pole position, as always. Very good, very good. He has very good pace.
Oh, P3.
Good lap from Voting
Liam
Webb.
goes P2. Liam goes P2.
Good job from drivers.
And then Petter flat as well.
Flat to the line. A decent lap from Petter flat.
25.9.
Shackle from his lap. What he's been doing in this middle sector.
172. Good lap. Good sector bit.
Yeah, that is a very good.
But he's run out of a lot of VRS. He's run out of VRS in his steering wheel. You can see there's such low VRS. Unless I might have a glitch there, I don't know. But we'll find out when we come across the line.
Got 32% on this.
Oh, the screen, the steering wheel. To be fair, I don't have it.
Oh,
Oh, and he goes fastest.
God. What a lap from Shackles!
Yeah, I might have had a glitch here because I thought the ERS looked so low, and I had a suspicion why it was so low, but it was just, I think it's just the game really looking a bit bad. In the bad image.
So 5 minutes remain of Q3 and qualifying. Petter flat is obviously not to lap anymore. Do you have a talk about the real
plan will be though.
So Max Verstappen.
Max wins again.
Yeah. That end of story. Done.
I think the guy could, if you got even 40 cars in F1 and you put in P40, he could still win the race.
Yeah.
He would somehow manage to win because it's just, yeah, it just seems inevitable.
He's different gravy so far this season.
So yeah, I just think it's like, it's so hard just to watch sometimes, and I've seen it in the Mercedes era. There was the Red Bull era before that in the V8s, and you had Ferrari as well in the early 2000s. And it's a shame that there's no team that can just give it a go, you know, can just find a way to just give a good battle, you know.
Oh, El Plan into the slide there, and he validates his lap.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, so he's gone wide and he's invalidated.
Ah,
So,
what a shame.
not very good. Man. D10 is on an out lap, and we'll have our drivers coming out now for their final run of qualifying. Who will improve and who will stay the same time? I have to find out. Oh, will everyone come out? And we've got Martinez and El Plan still yet to set lap times.
Probably looking sub 3 minutes countdown. You'll see a lot of drivers probably going to be out soon. I'm just checking in the garages just to make sure that just seeing. So El Plan's back in the garage now. You've still got D10 on a lap now. Victor Webb's on an out lap. We got someone coming out. I think that's Pyro. Pyro's going to be out soon.
D10 on a lap now. He's going to come through in sector 1.
Yeah, that's Williams out plan as well.
Down.
Everyone. Yeah, we got people coming out now. We got a few more coming out. Goblin.
Really struggling in Q3. 33 thousandths down on his previous lap time. This is not looking good for T10. Going this is where time is gained through Maggots and Beckett. So I have to see what he can do through these corners. It's going to be his final run, proper run. So he really needs to get good lap time in, and he's 56 thousandths up. It's not looking good for D10 at all.
He's looking so strong in practice as well. He was looking so strong.
Yeah, he was.
It'd be such a shame to see him that low down.
It will be.
Needs to be up there with Jack's penalty.
Yeah. Let's see what he can do in sector 3. Where's he going to put his car? And that is qualifying over for D10.
Well, he's still got 1 minute 40. He has still got 1 minute 40, so he could save up his ERS if he wanted to, and try again. Just keep the tyre wear as low as possible.
So we have Voting Webb on the lap now. Sorry. No, it's not.
Just seeing.
Come through Maggots and Beckett.
Yeah, he's not improved. He's not improved.
Okay, yeah, so he is going to bank again and go again. So D10 is now banking. We'll have to see whether he'll have enough ERS to go again, or enough time.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but it's now or never for the drivers really. At these times, it's like you cannot afford to make a mistake.
Yeah. So
and you can see Voting Webb is lucky.
Sorry. Pyro starting his lap now.
Yellow flag. So Jack Imac had a moment there. Or was that D10? It's D10, I think.
Really slow.
Yeah, has he run out of fuel maybe?
He may.
No, he hasn't lost any fuel. He's just trying to save up his ERS.
He's not going to have enough time.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it, no.
So
or he might be trying to give a tow to Jack.
Very.
He might be slowing down. He's probably going to sacrifice himself to give Jack the tow he needs.
Yeah.
But Jack is only in sector 1 right now. I think, yeah, right now Jack's only in sector 1, so he's going to be waiting a whole lot of time for Jack to come through.
So here we have Pyro through sector 2, and has improved. He's improved by 1/10. It's not looking enough for Pyro at the minute. Voting Webb, 32 thousandths down, invalidated. That is his qualifying over. Such a shame for Voting Webb. But now we do have Goblin coming to the line. Is he going to improve? He does! P3 from Goblin.
Good effort. Good effort from Goblin there.
Here comes Pyro to the line. It's a decent job from Pyro. Not the best lap. We'll have to see what's going on with Shakos and Jack. I'm at Shakos 1/10 up. This is going to be spectacular.
Yeah, here we go, then. Here we go. So I think D10's going to give a tow to Jack. Just trying to improve, but yeah, Jack goes the right way this time to allow D10 to allow Jack to get a good lap time, and you can see Shakos gone faster.
Oh, Jack, I'm at pits. That's it. And Martinez is going to be the final one to cross the line. Here he goes through the final corner. What can he do? And he puts his car P6.
Oh, he matches Voting Webb. He matches Voted Webb.
Exactly. Very, very odd. But obviously,
Because
Voted
Voted
Webb does
got
get
the
that.
lap first,
Yeah.
he will keep P5. But jeez.
So close.
What a surprise end.
So Shakos does take that pole position at the end of qualifying. Interesting.
Yeah, very, very interesting Q3, really. It's a very random Q3, I would say. Some drivers in positions I would not expect at the front, and some drivers where I would expect them to be higher, but have started a little bit lower than I thought.
Anyway, it's time for the podcast.
The Wiki Silverstone Circuit.
Here we go. British Grand Prix is the Grand Prix motor race organised in the United Kingdom by the Royal Automobile Club. First held in 1926, a British Grand Prix has been held annually since 1948 and has been a round of the FIA Formula One World Championship every year since 1950. In 1952, following the transfer of the lease of the Silverstone circuit to the British Racing Drivers Club, the RAC delegated the organisation of the race to the BRDC for the first time, and this arrangement has continued for all British Grand Prix held at Silverstone since then.
Okay, yeah, the brackets of the club.
Yeah.
As it was called before. Yeah, so a little bit of info. I knew this I think everyone knows this apart from Wiki, that the Silverstone circuit used to be a Royal Air Force ground for World War II back in 1939 till 1945, but they decided to make it a racetrack then after World War II. And ever since that, the evolution of the track has grown immensely throughout the years, you could see. So it's held 78 races in Formula One, and it was the first race was held in 1926.
It's a very long time ago, almost 100 years ago actually.
Right, I am going to have to leave you to it, Jay-Z, but if I do crash, I will be back straight away.
Alright, very good luck, Gianuzzi, and tell the others as well.
Yes, thank you very much, guys. Yes, peace out.
See you in a bit, Gianuzzi. So I'll carry on with the podcast. Number of times held, it's been 78 times the British Grand Prix has been held, and most wins by drivers Lewis Hamilton with 8. Most wins in constructors is Ferrari. The Italian team has won 18 times. The circuit length is 5.891 kilometres, which is equivalent of 3.66 miles. There's 52 laps during the race. The British race is the oldest in the Formula One World Championship calendar, as a 1915 race at Silverstone was round one of the first championship season in 1950. It and the Italian Grand Prix are the only two Formula One World Championships Grand Prix that has been staged during every season that the championship has been held. We'll look at the history. Several non-championship races known as Donington Grand Prix were held at Donington Park in Leicestershire. Okay, there's nothing interesting there. King George did attend to the first ever World Championship Formula One race as well. Very interesting. First winner. Have a look. So the most wins is Lewis Hamilton with 8. Actually, I'll have a look whether there is. No, it does not say who's the first winner, but 5 for Jim Clark and 5 for Alain Prost, 4 for Nigel Mansell, 3 for Jack Brabham, Niki Lauda and Michael Schumacher. 2 for Alberto Ascari, Jose Forloian, Gonzalez, Sterling Moss, Jackie Stewart, Emerson Fittipaldi, Villeneuve, David Coulthard, Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, Mark Webber have all won 2. So, who won the first 3? Have a look. It looks like it was Ferrari who won the first ever British Grand Prix in Formula 1. Not really too surprised there. The German team of Mercedes have won 14 times around this track, showing it's very good for the Germans. And for Red Bull have only won 4, so they're closing in slowly but surely on Lotus. But we'll have to see whether they can get it up by the end of their era. The track layout has changed over time. And it has evolved, obviously. But the first ever race win around Silverstone was Robert Sneshel and Lewis Wagner in 1926. Pretty amazing. Doesn't tell me much more now. And that's it anyway for this podcast, and now into the race. No formation lap, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go for the XLR British Grand Prix. Here we go. It looks like Goblin's got himself up into the lead already. Brilliant start. Voting Webber into 3rd. It's a brilliant start from some of the drivers. Straight away, Gianluigi getting himself up a place, and who's round? It looks like it was Petter Flat. Bad spin. That is not good for Petter Flat. So Pyro making ground. Martinez has done very well from this start. Goblin up into the lead. Jack Armack obviously with that 5-place grid penalty making ground at the top. Very good battle between Shackles and Pyro. Shackles not with the best start. I'm not sure what happened with Shackles. But here he goes with Pyro. Brilliant move from Pyro. Shackles is going to try and hang it round on the outside. So they're going to go side by side. Oh, it's so close between the two. And Pyro with a brilliant move on Shackles. Now under pressure by Zappy Beast. Through Magic and Beckett we go. GXRS Goblin still leading this race. Followed by Liam the World on Voting Web. Finishing off that on a podium position. Plan chasing down Voting Web. We'll have to see what he can do. But we do have Pyro making ground in 7th place. Gianluigi obviously start P20 is made 20 rounds already. Oh, Smarto. Let's see what he can do. He's updated in this race. Perkins, good overtake from Perkins on Blacker's Beast. Goblin is obviously pulling away, but Zach's Beast has got a 3-second time penalty. That is not good for the driver. Rocky and Zach's Beast having a very good battle and in order. Zach's Beast hanging it around. Rocky and the outside. And through he goes. A good move from Rocky there. Moving him up to P12. Good stop from Rocky. Goblin with a 1-second lead already over Liam the Wilder, who's looking in control so far. Jakob obviously not with a good start. He is really struggling, he's gone wide. This is not good for Sako. Not good at all. We have to see what he can do at the rest of his race. So we'll have a look at the interval now. It's going to be a few battles. Simon Perkins is out! I'm not sure what's happened there, but it's a virtual safety car. That is such a shame for Perkins. And he is out of the session. So Goblin with a 2.6 second lead now. We'll have to see what he can do at this restart. Voting Webb obviously looking to gain ground as well. We'll have to have a look what happened with Perkins. Looks like Rope no practice. He obviously had a spin or something, no grip, and gone straight into a wall. Sneaky lagger into the pit. Not sure whether he got any damage from the start of this race. So lap 3 out of 26. A very strange start to this Grand Prix. Have to see whether GXR's Goblin can pull away very nicely. But he's looking with a healthy lead so far. When will the VSC come away? It looks like we might be going green in a minute as he's going to make a bit of a charge. No, we are not. Very interesting start. Giannuzzi with a good start. DRS enabled and away we go again. Goblin gets a very good pull away from Liam Bewilder. Voting Webb on the back of Liam Bewilder even. 1.3 seconds now to gap, but Elfan is closing in on Voting Webb. Can he defend it? A bit of a DRS chain forming behind Voting Webb. He needs to try and break that as soon as possible. Pyro now trying to get into that chain with a good battle between Shakos and him. Have to see what can happen for the rest of this race. Zach's Beast with a move down the inside of Rocky. Good stuff and a good battle between the two. Two AlphaTauris with Giannuzzi and Kyle, P15 and P16 currently, chasing down Petter Flat. Have to see what he can do and keep updated with him for the next few laps. Oh. Giannuzzi still gaining on Petter Flat. Kyle losing a bit of ground to Giannuzzi now. Giannuzzi with that DRS, I'm not sure what Petter Flat does, he does have it. Oh! Who's round? Snato's round! That is not good for Snato. And his race has gone from bad to worse. So Goblin pulling away like mad. This is really good from Goblin. I have to see what he can do for the rest of this race. And Voting Webb goes wide. That'll be a warning for Voting Webb. Very easy to set part of the track to do that. It's a good battle between Pyro and Shakos. Pyro going to use his ERS and DRS to stay ahead of Shakos. Shakos with a very good exit coming down the straight. He's going to go down the outside. Can Pyro defend it? He does it brilliantly. Shakos with a switchback. They're going side by side. This is an amazing bit of racing. Here they go and Pyro keeps his car in front. Brilliant stuff. What's happened in sector? Looks like Zach's Beast has gone round. That is not good for him. Jack Hymack with the fastest lap of the race, making ground during the start. Voting Webb on the back of Liam Bewilder. A bit of DRS chain now forming, which he'll need to and want to get out of immediately. Here we have Pyro then. Shakos down the inside again. Who will keep it in? And Shakos is going to go dancing around the outside. Can he keep it? Big contact between the two. That is not great. And now the other Ferrari of Andy's on his back. This is not looking great for Pyro. And it's looking like a very good battle between them all. We'll have it go back down to Giannuzzi. We'll have to see what's going on with him. Giannuzzi on the back of Rocky. He must have got past Petter Flat. And he's gone wide. That is such a shame for Giannuzzi. He will get a track warning for that. That is not good. And D10 still hasn't made any ground so far. It's a 3-second gap between P11 and P10. With DRS chain forming in front of him. BRT Andy gets round and Pyro's round! That is such a shame for Pyro. Don't know whether there was any contact there at all. But he has lost some position. And Voting Webb pulls himself up into P2. A very healthy gap from Goblin forming. And he is looking very much in control of this race. He's got to be careful not to spin out though, like Pyro just did. I'm not sure whether there was any contact in that or not. So here we have Petaflat trying to go round the inside, and Giannuzzi gets himself onto P11. Very good stuff from Giannuzzi. Kept it so clean. Brilliant racing. Has Pyro got any damage? But he's going to have to defend off. Oh no! Pyro is out. Big contact between Petaflat and Pyro. He is not going to be happy about that. Big shame. Big shame. Kyle, drive through penalty. That's not good. So we're going to have our rod pit. Kyle up into P3. Oh, not with the pit stop, but we'll have to see what he can do. It's not great for Goblin with his advantage. Going to get eaten here. Pyro has left the lobby and he is not going to be happy. Very interesting start to this race. So it's not great for Pyro, who is out, and not good for the Mercedes team, who needed those points in the constructors. Oh, got another few laps under the safety car. Sorry, it's a bit boring under the safety car. Not much to talk about. Giannuzzi making ground. well. Look at the noise on the Alpine. Zach is beast. Oh. High ball and safety car period. So it's going to be Goblin to get us going. Have a look at who's pitted and who's not. So voting Webb onto those hard tyres to try and get himself to the end of this race. That red and black helmet for signalling for his favourite F1 team, Ferrari. Safety car will be in this lap, so we'll go on board with Mr. Goblin. Let's see what he can do at this restart. Can he pull away really nicely? miles an hour, bunching up the pack. Voting Webb looking alright in this position. Only P6 of the top few still yet to pit. And Goblin, will he make the charge? Here he goes, he makes the charge. He's gonna get away pretty nicely there. Rocky P2, Kyle P3. We'll have to see what happens at this restart. Rocky and Kyle follow Williams of Goblin behind. Here comes Davis under pressure from Zach is Beast and Voting Webb from behind. Giannucci, we'll have a look what he's doing. Giannucci not making ground, unfortunately. And there's a few moves up in the order. El Plan and there's a little bit of contact there. But he was around, but he keeps it nicely. Very close in that section. Voting Webb gets himself up into E4. Good job from Voting Webb. It looks like it's a very tight, and El Plan down the inside. El Plan, can he keep it on the outside? Here he goes, round the outside, but very, very good overtake. Can he keep it? There's a bit of contact between the two, but he's going to keep it going side by side. El Plan just ahead of Zach is Beast before the next corner and the end of Hamilton Straight. Brilliant job from El Plan, moving himself up to P5 and behind Voting Webb. Voting Webb making ground in Kyle now for that podium position. Have to see what he can do. Giannucci lost a position now. 5 place grid penalty. 5 second penalty for Jack Imac. This is not looking good for Jack Imac. And Voting Webb could really benefit from this. So Goblin is pulling away currently from Rocky. He's looking very much in control. D10 with the fastest lap of this race on those hard compound. I don't know whether Goblin's still yet to pit in this race. Have to see. So this really could play in the hands of Voting Webb and El Plan. Goblin trying to pull away and create a gap between the two. I'm not sure whether he has to pit or not. I shall have a look whether he has. But let's have a look on pit stops. He has not pitted. Voting Webb up into P2. He's looking good now. This is looking very much in control for Voting Webb. If they can keep that gap down with Goblin. El Plan moving himself up into P3. He's doing a very good job. Voting Webb in a Williams sandwich currently. Zachy Beast picks up another 3 second time penalty during this race. Nicky Lago also with a time penalty. Jack Imac with 5 seconds. It's not good for Jack Imac at all. Kyle really dropped down the order after having to pit. So this is where he can make ground at the top. Voting Webb taking that time back and snatching it from Goblin, but DRS is enabled. Voting Web of a 29.3. New fastest lap of the race. Brilliant stuff from Voting Web. Gaining time on Goblin. Maybe those tyres on those, maybe those medium tyres are really not working now. To see what he can do. Can he keep it low? And number 96 is menacing around this Silverstone circuit. It's looking very much like he wants that race win. And he is after it. The L Plan obviously shortly followed behind. Climax getting a nice move done on Rocky. Rocky really falling down the orders now. He's still not yet to pit. This is not good, but who is round? It is Zacky's Beast. Zacky's Beast has gone round in that sector too, just before Maggots and Beckett. That is not good for Zacky's Beast. D10 up into P8. Making ground now. Good job from D10. So, Jack Hymack picking up another time penalty. It's not looking good for the driver. We'll have to have a look how many penalties. He's got 8 seconds. This is not good for Jack Hymack. At the minute, he is out of the points. Giannucci already moving up into the point positions. Good job. 3-second time penalty for Voting Web. That is not good for the driver. He needs to start pulling away soon. But he is on the back of Goblin, still yet to pit. Maybe staying out was not a great call. He does need to keep it up and keep catching and make ground. Sonato picks up a time penalty now. Very, very eventful start. I have to see what can happen for the rest of this race. Zacky's Beast obviously at the bottom after a spin. And back down in P18. Perkins and Pyro both out of the session. Voting Web defending off. No, down the inside of Goblin even. And AMS Martinez is on the back end of Goblin. And so it is. It's really close between the top 3 now. Top 4 you can take it in as well. And Martinez going to try for a switchback here. Going to try again. Getting the DRS. Voting Web's got to do a lot of defending here and use his battery to his advantage. Can he keep his car ahead down the end of this straight? He does magnificently. 13 laps to go, halfway through this race, and he is looking in control. Obviously with that 3-second time penalty, it's not the best thing in the world for Voting Web. Goblin's got a pit soon. It's not looking great, as he's going to lose a lot of time. But Giannucci, so far, brilliant job from the Alpha Tauri driver. Just needs to keep it up and get into these points. Obviously last night's winner in Tier 2, he's been absolutely magnificently and on fire this season. He does have Petaflat breathing down his neck. Down the main straight, here he goes. Petaflat not close enough to get an overtake down on Giannucci for that final point position. D10 obviously with 3-second time penalty with a 3-second gap to Giannucci. He is currently safe in the points. Andy on the back of Jack Hymack. Have to see what he can do. Shakos is very close between some of the drivers here, and it's looking very good at the top 3. Martinez does take the lead of the race. I must have missed it, but Goblin keeps up P2. and now has DRS. So can he get a move done for the race lead? Get wet again. Here he goes down the inside. Brilliant stuff from Goblin. Takes the race lead. Voting Webb's going to have to try and get round El Plan down the inside. What? Can he keep it? This is going to be very great. Too wide in the sector. Voting Webb does keep his car ahead at the end of the Hamilton straight. Here we go. Very big battle for this final podium position. Obviously Voting Webb for 3 seconds. He'll be kicking himself for that. Very easy to do though. So DRS is going to be activated for Voting Webb. He's not got much ERS left. He's going to activate it. El Plan has got a lot of ERS left. And he's going to go down the inside. They're going to go too wide. And El Plan, he's going to take one. Oh, he's gone round. El Plan is round. His contact. Not good for El Plan. And Voting Webb lives to tell the story for another day. Martinez is now pulling away from Goblin, and can he win his first Tier 1 race? In his first race, he's a rookie in his first season, like Lewis Hamilton. He's looking very, very in control. Out of that DRS zone, so he could be in for a very good chance to win this race. Jack Imac up into P5, 3 wide they go, and it's going to be, who's going to come out on top? Is there going to be contact? They kept it, keeping it very clean between the two Ferraris. Oh, it's very, very tight, and Shakos does get a better lining. Here we go, Jack Imac with BRT Andy. Andy gets overtaken by Jack Imac. Jack Imac loses the position again. It's going to be so close coming to the end of Hamilton Straight, but it is Shakos and Andy moving themselves up to P5 and P6. Good job from the two. Voting Webb now out of the podium positions. He needs to get that together. He's going to get DRS now. And can he get him by the end of this lap? He's going to go. No, it's not close enough for Voting Webb. He has not much ERS left, and he needs to get past as soon as possible on that car. I have to have a look how many stops, and has Liam Bewilder stopped? Yes, he has. Oh, it's just so close between them all. D10 above his teammate. A bit of a snap there from D10. Using his ERS to his advantage through Nuggets and Beckett ahead of Jack Imac. And well and truly into the points. Giannuzzi making ground on Jack Imac now. Have to see what he can do. El Plan not fully out of it, with defending from the two Red Bulls in a Red Bull sandwich currently. Voting Webb, it's not looking great for him. He's really starting to lose the time at the top. Martinez is looking in control. Goblin still yet to pit. 11 laps to go now of this race. Whew. Very tough route. So close in that middle pack. So Rocky P14 currently, and still yet to stop obviously, but we'll have it go back to penalties, and Zach Beast is making ground now. Drac, who had an internet connection problem, is now down in P18. Not his fault at all. Go back up to the top. 5 second time penalty for GXRS Goblin. That's not good for the driver. And Voting Webb up to P3. Liam Bewilder in P2. And following the man on top, the Alpine of AMS, Martinez. Brilliant job from Martinez on his debut in Tier 1. Recently promoted from Tier 2. And he has really shown why he was promoted. Brilliant job. So there's a bit of a chain forming behind the drivers now. And whether they can move themselves up a few positions. Sneaky Lagger outside the points yet again. He's really not doing well at the minute. Really struggling. 3 second time penalty. 6 seconds for Sneaky Lagger. This is not good for the driver. So 10 laps to go. And Martinez is looking very much in control. He's losing a bit of ground to Liam Bewilder. Can he get his first race win of the season? But he's gaining it back through the high downforce corners. I mean, it looks like he's very fast down the straight as well, using his ERS. Not much left for the driver. Floating Webb breathing down the neck of Liam Bewilder. Can he get round soon? It's going to be very tough. Well, Voting Webb to get past such an experienced driver. D10 with a 3-second time penalty. It's not looking good for the Aston Martins. El Plan down the back of Giannuzzi now. Can El Plan hold him off for more laps? Have to see what he can do. Giannuzzi going to activate his ERS to try and pull away from El Plan and gain a back. Gain on Petra Flat to get in that DRS range. Very close between the drivers. 9 laps remain of this Grand Prix. Looking very interesting. Goblin moves himself up to P12 now. Sonato into the pit lane. And Kyle is going to follow swiftly on. Kyle not with the best race. And Voting Webb with another time penalty. This is not good for the Mercedes driver. Really struggling. Oh, such a shame for Voting Webb, who's looking so good. It's just such a shame he's getting those penalties. So as it stands, he will be moving down into P5, I believe. Not good for Voting Webb. Really struggling this race. I'm not sure what his track limits. Maybe it's a bit with his setup. We never know what the issue is. Anyway, it's been a very interesting race so far. He's still Voting Webb is still down the neck of Liam Bewilder. Martinez still pulling away, still keeping Liam Bewilder outside of that DRS range. He's doing a spectacular job at the top. Goblin with the fastest lap of the race. He won't get the point as he's outside of the point. But he takes it away from Voting Webb. So Rocky into the pits and out of the pits. Jack Imac and BRT Andy with a very good battle behind the leaders of this race. It's just so close between some of them. It's like almost going 3 wide on the straight. So surprised there's not been more contact. What's happened there? You have to give the position back. I'm not sure what's happened there with Voting Webb, but a bit of a snap there. And he looks like he is starting to struggle. And Jack Imac does move himself up into P5. Still down the neck of Chacos. It's so close between the top 6. And we'll have to see Jack Imac down the inside. What a move from Jack Imac. Can the two Ferraris defend it back? They're going side by side. BRT Andy gets ahead of his teammate Chacos now. It's just such a thrilling battle behind Jack Imac. And it's just so close. Obviously a DRS chain is forming. Can BRT Andy get himself back up into that P4 position? But looking at the minute, he is on for a podium. So he's looking very much in control. Here we go then, through Maggots and Beckett's. It's a very tough section of the circuit. Where's Giannuzzi? What's happened with Giannuzzi? Has he had to pit? Looks like he's had to pit yet again. And he's outside the points now. technically, yes, he is outside the points. Goblin back up into the points. A brilliant job from him. 5-second time penalty though. So it's not the greatest in the world for the driver. Jack Imac and Andy still going to have a good battle. Jack Imac going to try and squeeze his way through. Just cannot get enough time on the driver. It's just so close on this section of the circuit. It's going to try and go dancing around the outside. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. It's just not enough for Jack Imac. He's going to get that DRS now from Andy. Can he get back ahead? Obviously falling behind. Voting Webb goes round Liam Bewilder and is now on the charge for AMS Martinez. 6 laps to go of this race. Been so thrilling so far, and it's going to be even more heated at the end. So El Plan through smooth spin on the back of Petter, flat obviously with his spin earlier. Not the greatest in the world for the driver. So BRT Andy is breathing down the neck of Liam Bewilder now. Liam does seem to be struggling a bit. And Martinez is just pulling away from the rest of the pack. He's doing so well. Looks so in control. It's going to be so close between Liam Bewilder and BRT Andy, but Liam Bewilder does defend it off brilliantly. Nicely, Giannuzzi picks up a 3-second time penalty, his first penalty of this race. 5 laps to go. We'll have to see who can hold on and keep positions. Voting Webb, he's got 6 seconds and it's just not looking good for the driver. It really isn't. He's looking like he will drop down to P6 currently now. So Martinez still pulling away from Voting Webb. It's been such a good race and thrilling race. Our driver of the day at the minute has to go to Martinez for his league debut. It's done so well. So 5 laps remain of this race. And Goblin is doing quite well in P10, taking that final point position. Sneaky Lagger finally back up into the points. He really needs a good point finish for this race. Shackle. Sorry for that, everyone. Here we go. Caution in sector 1. What's happened? Oh, it looks like Shackles has gone round. It could have been a bit of contact between some of them. And Andy's still fighting for that P2 position. Voting Webb starting to pull away due to the battle. Can he pull out 6 seconds? It's going to be tough, and it's going to be a hard ask to the driver. And Shackles is round, so now he does inherit that P5 position. Or P4, I believe. P4 he'll keep currently. Petter Flack picks up 3-second time penalty, and that's his first penalty of this race. Jack Imac still in the battle between the drivers, and he gets ahead of Liam Bewilder, and he's now going to chase down the Mercedes of Voting Webb. Can he get round quick enough? 4 laps remain, and Martinez is still up in the lead. Martinez looking very much in control. 3 laps to remain of this race now. and it's been such a good race. Giannucci with a very good race as well, but Martinez just pulling something spectacular out of the bag. Brilliant stuff from the racer. Voting Webb with a 1.2 second margin. He's doing quite well. My mouth's dry now. Of course, it's been a tough race to commentate on. Oh, Martinez does go a bit wide there. I'm a bit sandwich. That's what's going on. I'm very sorry to everyone watching. This game is still a bit buggy like this. There we go. We'll ride on board for Davis, right? There goes back. It's all good. So, Voting Webb taking that advantage down from Martinez. See what he can do. Voting Webb just cannot pull it out. Cannot pull a margin out. There's 2 laps remaining of this race now. Martinez, can he keep it in control? Voting Webb does need a lot of luck to get this podium. Very tough for the drivers now. Martinez, 2 laps to go. All he's got to do now is just keep it together. He's losing quite a lot of time to Voting Webb, who's starting to breathe down his neck. Goblin with the move on Sneaky Lagger and takes P9. Brilliant job from Goblin. And Shackel's now stuck in the middle of a Williams sandwich. A lot of the drivers have got penalties in this race. Very tough track to not get penalties on. It's just so easy to take a wide line and lose time. So it looks like Sneaky Lagger is really starting to struggle. I don't know what's happened with the harsh driver, but he's not going to get points as it stands. So 1 lap is going to remain as Martinez. Can he bring it home? Can he finish it off? Can he finish the job off? Caution in sector 2, and it's Sneaky Lagger who's going really slow. And it seems like he has a problem. Not sure what it is, but Voting Webb is pushing down that gap. So close. Martinez has done a spectacular job. There's no faulting him, and he's going to come through to the Hamilton straight. And only 1 sector remains. Halfway through this one, he's done so well. Voting Webb, obviously that 6 seconds is not what he wants or needs in this driver standings. He won the first race, but now he is struggling to find points. But here comes Martinez down the end of sector 3 and start of sector 3 even. D10 and L plan both pick up time penalties now. It's going to be interesting how it ends. I can't do the calculations in my head. So here he goes, Martinez onto the final few corners. Martinez is going to come onto the final corner and cross the line as an XLR Tier 1 race winner. Brilliant job for Martinez, followed by Andy. Liam Bewildered on Voting Webb. Voting Webb's penalties moves him down to P4. Jack Imac following in P5. P6 for Petter Flat. Shackles finishes in P7, 48 thousandths between them. Goblin picks up a penalty. D10 to finish in P10. That makes sense. But Snato going to take home P11. Giannucci moves himself up to P11 now. P12 for Snato. Rocky P13. Sneaky Lagger is going to be in P14 as it stands. He's going to get moved down to P15 now. Kyle finishes the race in... will finish the race in P17. No, he will finish the race in P16 even. It's been a very eventful race. And we'll have to see whether we can get Martinez and someone else in for an end-of-race interview. Very good race. Well done from Martinez. So we're going to get Martinez in as well as voting, hopefully. I have to see if I can get anyone else in for an interview. Trying to get interesting people in for an interview. We'll invite Martinez to the party. I'll get him in for a pre-race, post-race interview. Hello and welcome.
Hello,
Martinez,
hello.
could you just include your audio, please?
I've done that, yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much. So, a brilliant race there and it's a good result for your debut.
Yeah,
You've
for
done
sure.
really well to come into tier 1 and take a race win straight away. How do you feel?
Yeah, actually, like really nice. Of course, it's a debut, so lovely start of my kind of career in or championship in tier 1. So
Yeah,
that's really nice. And I just escaped at the right moment, which brought me out of the DRS. And from then on, I just had to push to keep the gap up. And at the last few laps, I was just saving tires, making sure I don't make any mistakes. It was a tense race for sure. I'm happy.
sorry. You did a very good job, and it's very good points for your first race and for the Alpine team. I'm sure it'll help you
Thank you.
move up in the constructors and get a better ground at the top.
We will try to fight in F1 Championship. We can be in.
Very good.
Hopefully.
Good job, mate. So, last
Thank you.
question of the day. So, obviously, next week, I have to have a look what race it is. It is going to be... sorry about this. Miami. Are you confident around Miami?
I'm not gonna be there. I will be on vacation
Oh, it's
for
a
a
shame.
week, or well, actually 2. So I will miss. I'll miss Miami, but the week after that, I will be here again. So a little bit of a break. That's good as
Yeah.
well.
Especially after that, you definitely deserve it. Good job, mate. Congratulations. Now we have Goblin in for his interview. Welcome, Goblin.
Bye.
Hold on, let me just check whether audio is included. Is it in? Okay. Right, so obviously you were leading at the start. Did you have any thoughts about pitting during that safety car, or was it too late?
Yeah, it was toying in my mind as to whether I was going to pit or not. I didn't know what everyone else was going to do, but I thought I'd just stick to my own strategy. Probably would have worked out, but I think once the tyres went through the heat cycle on the safety car, I lost all my rear end grip, and yeah, it was kind of over after the safety car when they caught me.
Yeah. So you did a very good job in quali, obviously qualifying P2 and was it inheriting that or was it P3 was it? Which position were you? P3.
P3 inherited
Yeah, yeah.
P2.
And you inherited P2 and you got a very good start, didn't you? Taking the
Yeah,
lead very
so
early on.
yeah, I had a decent start off the line. I can't remember who got pole. I think it was Shakos.
Yeah.
Didn't have a great start straight away, so yeah, I got P1, and then it was a case of building that 1 second, breaking the DRS, which I managed to do. It was all looking good, and then a safety car kind
Yes.
of ruined it all.
Safety car ruined your race. So still a decent point finish and very well done to you.
Thanks, mate.
So that is the end of this race. We hope we'll see you next week. And very thank you for watching. Have a lovely week and a nice rest of your evening. Thank you very much.